From the vast African savanna, where lions and buffaloes clash in a storm of fury, to the silent rivers where crocodiles and antelopes continue writing the story of survival. Every creature, whether small or mighty, fights with every gift nature has given them. With a sensory system made up of more than 2 million antennae, an army ant colony is a true nightmare for any creature daring to stand in its way. For them, life is detected through movement. A motionless animal might go unnoticed, but a single twitch sends a signal rippling through thousands of bodies. In seconds, the prey is surrounded, pinned down, and vanishes into a dense sea of black. They don't need eyes to see. They see through unity, a collective power strong enough to make the entire forest hold its breath. Towering termite mounds, like natural fortresses, are built by millions of tiny workers and serve as homes to an entire unique ecosystem. During the rainy season, they glow green at night, lit by headlight beetle larvae that use their bioluminescence to lure prey. That same glow attracts the giant anteater. With razor-sharp claws and a tongue reaching nearly 24 inches, it tears into the mound, devouring tens of thousands of termites each day. In the natural world, the builders and the destroyers coexist together. They complete the endless cycle of life. Thousands of cactus bees rise from the desert floor, turning the barren sands into a swirling storm of gold. It's also the signal predators in the sky have been waiting for. Gila woodpeckers lie in wait from the hollows of giant cacti. Thrashers and wrens hide among the sharp spines, ready to strike. Each bird seems to take part in the desert's grand feast, a fleeting celebration of life beneath the scorching sunday. Amid the harsh world of ice and snow, the Arctic fox stands as a symbol of intelligence and adaptability. It quietly trails polar bears, waiting for scraps, then buries its prize for the leaner days ahead. When summer arrives, Its pure white coat is replaced by shades of brown and gray, blending perfectly with the bare landscape. During this brief season of life, seabird eggs become its main target, a precious source of energy in the fleeting warmth of the Arctic. Two gaunt bears risk everything as they approach the waterfall. The only place left with a chance of finding food, the salmon run has begun. To catch one, they must stand in exactly the right spot, just a few steps off, and all effort is lost. One bear dares to move farther out, where the raging current could sweep it away at any moment. Beneath its feet, the water roars. Above, salmon leap from the river like silver arrows. On the opposite bank, the other bear watches helplessly. It can't reach its prey, but the daring one, standing in that perilous position, finally snaps a salmon out of the air. In the harsh dry season, the herd of deer lives in constant vigilance. A single strange scent or the faintest sound can draw predators near. In the undergrowth, a tigress watches silently. She only needs the herd to come a little closer. But high above, the langur monkeys have already spotted the hunter. Their warning calls echo through the forest, and suddenly the jungle comes alive. The startled deer bolted in every direction. The tigress lunges but a split second too late. The prey is already beyond her reach. The sound of fleeing hooves fades into the dry dust, leaving the tiger to retreat in hunger. A lioness crouches low in the grass, eyes locked on a hartebeest grazing nearby. She holds her breath, inching forward through the brush. Just a few more yards, then the decisive strike. But the hartebeest, ever alert and swift, senses something amiss. Its ears twitch. In an instant, the lioness bursts forward like an arrow, her pounding paws beating the rhythm of survival. The hartebeest bolts, horns angled forward, its long legs slicing through the wind. It twists and turns, the lioness close behind. Their chase becomes one with the dust and the roar of the plains. At last, perseverance wins, and the predator claims her victory.
Oh my god, best thing I've ever seen.
In the world of big cats, none swim better than the jaguar. Born to rule both the jungle and the waterways, it moves with mastery in both realms. A male jaguar follows the trail of a caiman, waiting for the perfect moment. When it comes, he dives into the water and seizes the reptile in an instant. For a moment, it seems the jaguar's grip has slipped. The caiman thrashes, trying to escape, but it's too late. The jaguar lunges again, clamping its jaws around the prey's neck before it can slip into deeper water. An impala lies motionless in the crocodile's jaws. Life seems to have reached its end until the unexpected happens. The jaws open, and in that fleeting instant, the antelope springs up and bolts away like an arrow. The impala has survived. A miraculous escape. Sometimes, silence itself is the most powerful prayer. This hunt is an easy one. The lioness gallops gracefully and catches a crocodile. She's starving, but she knows this meal won't be enough for all three. So she wisely keeps her distance, avoiding the gaze of the other two lionesses in the pride.
Oh, it's so good.
Got it. Got it.
Oh.
Oh, no, don't share a crocodile.
$1.
And now all of them will want to share.
Men de fjärde ska vara de fjärde.
The lion pride lies in ambush, targeting a young buffalo calf. But in the wild, every hunt can be turned upside down. As the attack begins, the herd's dominant bull charges with tremendous force. With a single, bone-shattering blow, one lion is hurled into the air. The pride retreats, their roars mixed with frustration. Today, the predators have failed. Across the African plains, a mother leopard and her two cubs are learning to navigate the wild. But danger is never far away. A hungry hyena has caught their scent. The cubs have never climbed a tree before, yet instinct takes over. Clumsily, they dig their claws into the bark, scrambling upward with their mother's guidance. From below, the hyena looks up, filled with frustration and helplessness. In the stillness of the morning, lions silently close in on a giraffe absorbed in feeding. From the tall grass, golden shadows explode like lightning. The giraffe bolts, but a calf falls behind, and in an instant, it becomes the predator's prize. Two leopards spot a monitor lizard basking in the sundae. The young hunters think they've found an easy meal, but they may be mistaken. Sensing danger, the lizard immediately inflates its body, lifts itself high, hisses, and lashes its tail with force. That tail serves as both a weapon and shield, each strike powerful enough to make any predator hesitate. But leopards are masters of patience. At the slightest moment of distraction, a flash of claws grips the lizard by the neck, and the battle is over. A herd of gazelles carefully crosses the shallow riverbed, unaware that in the distant shade, a predator waits in silence. The leopard, eyes cold and focused, chooses the perfect moment. With a single explosive leap, it strikes and the prey is caught. In the crystal-clear waters of the coral reef, a school of black-tipped sharks darts forward like living arrows. They may not be as large as tiger sharks, but their speed and coordination turn the ocean into a perfect battlefield. When a swarm of small fish begins emitting faint electric signals, the hunt begins. Like cowboys riding the waves, the blacktips move in unison, herding their prey toward the sandy shallows, where there's no escape. But their boldness comes with a price. Blacktip sharks must keep water flowing over their gills to breathe, and just a few seconds on land can spell danger. As the hunt ends, the water ripples with traces of the chase, and herons swoop down to pick at what remains. On the vast ice, the cubs practice their survival skills. They stumble, slip, and fall, but each failure becomes a valuable lesson. Their mother stays close, guiding and adjusting every step to ensure they learn the harsh rhythms of life on the ice. For the first time, the cubs see seals, a precious source of nutrition that will help them grow strong. Male bears only fight when their bodies are full of energy, and after a summer without food, few have the strength. These warm-up exercises help them prepare for the harsh hunting season ahead. A polar bear has discovered a pod of beluga whales in shallow waters. The thick blubber of these young whales could sustain the bear throughout the summer, but belugas are formidable prey. Their speed, flexible necks, and echolocation make them very difficult to catch, while each failed dive drains the bear's precious energy. Polar bears are extraordinary, enduring swimmers. One bear was recorded covering over 435 miles in just 9 days across the frigid sea. They can run up to 25 miles per hour, swim about 6 miles per hour, and live alone for months to conserve energy. This predator has evolved perfectly for survival. A thick coat of fur, massive paws that distribute weight on ice, and a highly sensitive sense of smell that can detect seals from a mile away. Seals are their primary food source, but hunting them is no easy task. Just 1 or 2 successful hunts out of 10 attempts is enough for a bear to survive. Their appearance may make them look like giant teddy bears, but in reality, they are formidable predators of the far north. Historically, the largest recorded individual weighed up to 2,200 pounds and measured over 10 feet in length. Compared to brown bears, their close relatives, polar bears have longer bodies, sharper skulls and snouts, and the shortest tails of all bear species. After reaching shore, a mother polar bear and her cubs face months of hunger, as food is scarce on the cold, barren coast. Using her extraordinary sense of smell, the mother detects a bowhead whale carcass, which could feed them abundantly. But other bears have arrived, drawn by the same scent. Despite the risk of male bears and rival families, she keeps her cubs close, stands her ground, and secures a meal for them through her courage and determination. March has arrived, and light returns to the Arctic, chasing away 4 months of darkness. After spending months confined underground, polar bears emerge from their dens to bask in the warm rays of the sun. The cubs see the bright world outside for the first time, curious and excited. They look absolutely adorable. One day, they will grow up to become the rulers of the ice. Some polar bears have to try their luck with alternative food sources, such as seaweed, birds, or Arctic salmon. The ability to explore and experiment with new hunting methods can become a matter of survival, determining whether they endure in the harsh Arctic environment. By the end of October, the sea ice still hasn't fully formed. Every degree of additional warmth to the average temperature extends the melting season by another week. This is bad news for the young and small bears. They lose weight rapidly, and some are down to only half their body weight. All they can do is rest, conserve energy, and wait. At that moment, a mother bear and her cubs sprinted across the ice. The mother rarely runs like this unless threatened by a fully grown male bear. With her cub nearby, she moves more cautiously, but the male closes in. The mother risks everything to defend, yet the male overpowers her. The cub plunges into a nearby pool, and the mother jumps after, but it is already too late. But the fate of this giant species is under threat. Climate change is causing the ice to melt rapidly, food sources are scarce, and their habitat is gradually disappearing. In 2015, the IUCN listed polar bears as a vulnerable species. Exhausted after a long swim, a polar bear needs to recover its strength. The next day, thick fog blankets the island, putting the walruses on high alert. Using the fog as cover, the bear silently approaches the herd. The adult walruses quickly form a protective circle around the young, creating a living wall. It seems the largest land predator has finally met a worthy opponent. The walrus's thick armor is not easy to break. Not every target is easy to catch. After failing with one, the bear lunges at another. The chance for its first meal in months is slipping slowly out of reach. The bear doesn't give up and continues its hunt. This time, it is lucky enough to catch a giant bearded seal. Watch how the bear prepares its feast. It is clearly satisfying and cherishes the hard-earned meal. A peaceful morning for the cheetah mother and her cubs is shattered by a loud noise in the distance. A hungry male lion is moving toward their territory. His eyes burn with intensity, each step steady and deliberate. The cheetah mother knows she must face the king of the savannah to protect her beloved cubs. With the power of Africa's mightiest predator, the male lion charges forward like lightning. At a distance of 328 feet, the lion can tear through the wind at speeds of up to 50 miles per hour. Even though the cheetah is the fastest land animal, it has no time to react to the lion's perfectly timed and unexpected attack. The clash between a lion and a wildebeest on the African savanna is a classic image of the struggle for survival in the wild. The wildebeest is not always an easy target. It has a powerful build, remarkable endurance, and sharp horns capable of fending off predators. The pride of lions seems exhausted after their grueling hunt. They lie stretched out, resting. A sudden sound from a warthog startles them. A new prey has appeared. The struggle for survival begins once again. Days have passed since the pride last ate. The lioness spends hours watching and stalking potential prey, determined to catch the warthog with meticulous preparation. Finally, her patience pays off. But a single warthog is not enough to satisfy the pride's hunger. They need a larger meal. The lioness is heading toward the far side of the river, where abundant prey awaits. But to get there, she must face lurking crocodiles beneath the water's surface. Undeterred, the lead lioness decides to take the risk. As they cross the river, the pride is ambushed by a crocodile. Most members are lucky enough to escape, but one cub is not so fortunate. Despite the adult lion's best efforts to protect it, the wee cub's chances are nearly gone. In Africa, hyenas often clash with lions. Usually when they set their sights on prey, a lion has already hunted. Hyenas tend to avoid direct confrontation with lions, relying instead on numbers or seizing the moment when a lion is distracted to attack or steal the prey. Today, the hyena clan was unlucky enough to brazenly feast on a lion's meal while it was away. The The scene turned terrifying when the king returned in a fit of rage. This was a lifelong lesson for those reckless thieves. When we think of lions, we often picture the male, but the lioness is the heartbeat of pride and of the entire species. While the male lion protects the pride, the lioness takes on many roles. She is the primary hunter of the pride. Lions often target wildebeest that are weak or separated from the herd. When a lion begins its stalk, every step is filled with caution. A precise pounce brings the hunt to a successful end. The African savannah is the realm where the lion's majesty reigns supreme. These iconic big cats are renowned for their strength, grace, and unbreakable bonds with pride members. As the core of the pride, the lioness makes decisions and coordinates actions to ensure the group's survival. This time, the pride sets out to take down a giraffe to satisfy days of hunger. Will they succeed in bringing down this towering giant? The lion is one of the few predators daring enough to attack a fully grown giraffe. However, taking down a giraffe is not always easy for lions, even when they have the advantage in numbers. Giraffes have long legs and powerful kicks strong enough to fend off attackers. This time, the lions failed completely, and the giraffe returned safely to its herd. The heat is unbearable. Hippos cannot sweat, but they secrete a thick, oily, reddish fluid. This substance acts like sunscreen and helps protect against infections. Very thirsty, a hippo is forced to seek water, but the waterhole is guarded by a hungry lion. A fully grown hippo is a daunting challenge for any predator, even lions. But the wild is unpredictable, and lions must take what comes their way. That couldn't have been truer for these 5 lionesses who tried turning a threat into an opportunity. You can see the hippo's desperation when it gets surrounded. The hippo's only luck is that the river is just a few meters away. The clever hippo finds a way to escape before it's too late. The pride of lions grows increasingly desperate. They cannot endure much longer without food. Finally, the remaining pride crosses to the far bank safely. Before they can even catch their breath, a massive herd of buffalo appears, grazing nearby. Powerful and sharp, the buffalo seem aware of every potential threat. The lions pause, carefully watching every movement of the herd. One small mistake could mean being kicked or gored. However, the lead lioness remains patient, finding gaps between the buffalo to approach the target. The other pride members stand around, ready to assist. The hunt truly begins. After many determined efforts, the pride successfully brings down the prey, ending days of hunger and exhaustion. Evening light drapes the tall grasses in golden hues. Three male lions move silently across the wind-swept plains, muscles coiled, eyes tracking every subtle movement. They spot a lioness walking with a young male. Their sharp eyes follow every step of the young male and the lioness, calculating each move, each moment to assert control over the situation. The young male is overwhelmed by the power and speed of the male pride, while the lioness watches with agility, ready to react to any change. Every action is swift, precise, and forceful, leaving an overwhelming sense of drama. When the tension finally eases, the coalition of male lions stands tall, manes flowing in the wind, eyes gleaming with pride as they regard the defeated. On the sun-scorched savannah, a male lion charges from behind, muscles coiled, approaching the buffalo with perfect precision. The buffalo struggles, trying to resist the overwhelming force. The male lion remains unshaken, body flexible, coordinating jaw and claw power to maintain control. At the decisive moment, lionesses rush in from both sides, their movements synchronized. One lioness presses from the front, taking dominance over the buffalo's face, while the others focus on its rear and flanks. Every step, every maneuver is carefully calculated, leveraging the strength and speed of each pride member. The massive buffalo gradually succumbs, falling before the coordinated onslaught of the lions.
Oops.
The ground shook with every step as the male lion advanced toward the riverbank, its gaze fixed with unwavering intensity on the target ahead. A massive crocodile lay motionless, seemingly invincible. The lion launched the first strike, claws digging into the crocodile's hind leg. A roar shattered the stillness of the air. The crocodile sprang up, its body twisting violently, its powerful tail lashing with such force that dust erupted into the air. Its bite could crush bones, and this fierce counterattack made the lion pride hesitate for a moment. Yet the strength of a single creature could not match the audacity of the whole pride. A chorus of roars erupted, and the circle of hunters tightened with each step. The battle became breathtaking. The male lion led the charge, pressing forward relentlessly, eyes blazing, as if urging the pride onward. The crocodile fought back fiercely, spinning its body, each thrash shaking the ground. Struggling to resist, it inched toward the water while delivering terrifying snaps. The lions faltered, then instinctively retreated. Unbelievably, the crocodile emerged unscathed, escaping the pride after the fierce encounter.
Trying to do the same thing you did. There we go, gets away.
On a morning across the arid Kagalagadi, two jackals wandered in search of prey. In their sharp jaws was a small fox, its reddish-brown fur gleaming, caught outside its burrow in a moment of carelessness. The Cape fox is naturally resilient, accustomed to a solitary life, and skilled at hunting birds and small mammals. Yet against the double strength of the jackals, it became vulnerable and alone. Trapped between razor-sharp teeth, the fox realized there was no escape. In desperation, it suddenly chose to play dead, relaxing its body as if lifeless. A tense silence fell, and it seemed the strategy had succeeded. But the vigilance of the jackals was not easily fooled. In the end, the little fox fell under the enemy's jaws. On the silent trail, a deer carcass lies motionless. For a hungry female tiger, it is a gift from the heavens. She moves closer, eyes blazing with desire. But the forest has never been so easy. Not far away, a massive male waits in ambush. With superior strength, he is the true master of this feast. A deep roar echoes through the canopy, shaking the surroundings. The female tiger hesitates, a fleeting moment of doubt, a gaze full of defiance. Then the two tigers clash. She knows the terrifying power of her opponent and struggles to defend herself. Instinct takes over. The female retreats into the shadows, leaving the prize to the stronger. The cheetah, the fastest runner on the planet. In an instant, it can accelerate from 0 to over 56 miles per hour, faster than a sprinting race car. Each stride spans 26 feet, and combined with its flexible body, it becomes a living arrow streaking across the savannah. This is the ultimate weapon that makes it the assassin of speed. The young hartebeest, barely able to stand, suddenly faced an unexpected threat. A group of zebras, striking with powerful kicks and unusual aggression, charged at it.
They really are killing it.
But immediately, the hartebeest parents rushed in, bravely placing their bodies between the danger and their small offspring. Despite the clear difference in strength, the pair fought with all their might, both defending themselves and shielding their young. In the tense struggle, driven by fierce survival instincts and maternal protection, they carved a path for the calf to escape into the dense bushes. The honey badger, Africa's most fearless creature, this time found itself in the jaws of a leopard. With strength and agility, the leopard quickly brought its opponent down, even dragging it up into a tree. Yet the honey badger refused to submit, clawing and fighting back fiercely. This leopard was truly the master of the encounter, able to control such a formidable and relentless adversary.
It's a honey badger.
The jaguar, weighing nearly 200 pounds and stretching almost 6 feet long, is the only big cat in North America perfectly adapted to aquatic environments. In a fleeting instant, the jaguar plunges into the water, striking with precision and speed. Everything happens almost instantly, and the outcome is immediate. The caiman is caught. The anaconda, one of the largest and most agile snakes in North America. Yet the jaguar knows how to leverage its advantage and keen judgment to claim total victory.
Look at that. Oh, look at this thing.
You hear that shutter just...
On the savannah, a pair of lions climbed a tree seeking safety, but they quickly realized their mistake. Around them, a massive herd of buffalo gathered, growling, furious at the predator's presence. Each buffalo stepped closer, eyes blazing red, breath steaming through the tension-laden air. In an instant, the trees became a strange battlefield. The predators were forced onto the defensive, while the prey took control. The two lions clung tightly to the branches, waiting for the herd's fury to subside. This was an exceptionally rare scene in the wild. Even the rulers of the savannah can sometimes find themselves at a disadvantage.
Holy cow.
In a parched land, a confrontation erupted as a pack of wild dogs entered territory previously held by a group of hyenas. At first, growls and slow, deliberate steps thickened the tension. The hyenas bared their teeth, emitting chilling sounds, while the wild dogs spread out cautiously. Both sides probed and sized each other up. Then, suddenly, a wild dog launched an unexpected attack. The usually stubborn hyenas couldn't react in time and had to retreat for their safety, leaving the territory to be claimed by the wild dogs.
Everyone gets kicked in. This is fun.
It is so cool.
What I don't understand is why the hyenas just stay here.
The African savanna stretches endlessly. Golden under the early morning sunday, a female leopard moves silently along the brush. Something in the thicket has caught her attention. A small shadow darts out. A serval. Compared to the leopard, it is tiny. Its strength is no match. Its speed and chances cannot compare. But nature does not operate on fairness. The serval struggles desperately, its small body twisting in a futile attempt to escape. But the leopard's powerful jaws clamp down. The fight ends as quickly as it began. The leopard does more than eliminate a small competitor. It asserts its dominance over its territory. In the overlapping lands, two male leopards come face to face. There is no room for compromise. Territory is everything. Food sources, mating opportunities, and the right to survive. Each leopard marks its domain with scent, spreading it across bushes and rocky outcrops. But now, those invisible boundaries are blurred. A roar breaks out, hoarse and threatening. A swipe of a paw, a sudden charge. No longer stealthy predators, they transform into fierce warriors. Every bite, every scratch declares, "This land is mine." In the end, only one stands its ground, while the other is forced to retreat. Summer presses heavily on the forest. Water sources are dwindling. A herd of deer crowds the riverbank, drinking cautiously while keeping their heads up, alert. In the tall grass, a golden striped shadow moves closer. It lowers its body, each step deliberate and silent. No sound, not a single twig breaks. Only the rhythm of its heartbeat blends with the heat of summer. The tiger waits, listening to the herd's rhythm, measuring distance with every breath. The grass quivers slightly, the deer's ears twitch sharply. When the moment comes, the tiger lunges like an arrow, a powerful strike sending white water splashing, successfully securing a meal that will sustain it through the night. In the northern forest, snow lies thick on the ground. A lynx has just taken down a deer after a patient, calculated ambush. But another shadow creeps in. A coyote silently approaches, eyes fixed on the prize, instincts urging it to try its luck. The lynx lifts its head, ears pricked high. In an instant, it lunges, back arched, claws extended. The coyote startles and retreats, but the lynx is relentless. A decisive swipe sends the opportunist fleeing. Night descends, and the ancient forest is cloaked in a cold, ghostly mist. The coyote refuses to give up, slipping silently through the shadows, hunting for another chance. But the lynx senses its presence. Eyes blazing in the darkness, it moves with lethal precision, closing in on the intruder. The coyote whips its tail and bolts. Slowly, the gap widens. The lynx halts, standing solitary amidst the quiet, shadowed forest. In the dense rainforests of South America, where rivers and streams weave through the land, capybaras, the largest rodents in the world, approach the water's edge to drink and rest. They live in groups, relying on numbers to stay vigilant, but a silent predator is lurking. The jaguar, the apex predator of the Amazon rainforest. Its jaws deliver the strongest bite of any big cat, capable of crushing even a turtle shell. To it, the capybara is merely a simple challenge. A flick of its body, a lightning-fast strike. The capybara thrashes and swims frantically, but in the blink of an eye, steel-like jaws clamp down on its neck. Behind the wall, a lioness hid, her eyes on the wildebeest herd ahead. The perfect moment had come. She charged out with absolute speed and precision, aiming for the nearest prey. But the wildebeest was not to be subdued easily. She spun around violently, her huge horns sweeping the air, creating sudden jerks, trying to escape the predator's claws. The lioness had to use all her muscles, maintain her balance, bend her body, and adjust the pull to maintain control. The struggle was evident in every breath. Victory only came when the other members rushed in to help. When everything calmed down, the lions stood around their prey, breathing evenly, their bodies slowly relaxing after the intense hunt. On the sheer cliffs of the Himalayas, a female snow leopard appears. She has just returned to her den, which offers a panoramic view of the entire mountainside. A herd of markhor moves below, unaware that her sharp eyes are tracking every step. Her large paws grip the rocks firmly, while her long tail maintains perfect balance, making every leap across the cliffs as precise as if practiced thousands of times. She moves to a position above her prey, completely concealed behind jagged rocks and mountain shadows, then suddenly lunges from her hiding spot. As the prey reacts, she adjusts the force of her leap, bends her body and maintains balance, driving the markhor into her controlled range. The skill and calculation in each jump leave the prey nearly impossible to escape. The natural world never sleeps. Every moment is a battle for survival. Who will triumph and who will fall? Only nature holds the answer. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next epic encounters. The leopard silently patrolled its territory, eyes scanning every inch to assert ownership. But unexpectedly, this journey brought it face to face with a formidable enemy, a lioness lying in ambush. The lioness lunged from her hiding spot like a bolt of lightning. The leopard flinched, its body shivering with tension. It knew well that a single strike could end its life. With a powerful leap to the side, the leopard narrowly avoided the deadly claws. The lioness was a heartbeat too slow, only catching sight of her target escaping out of reach. This is an unusual confrontation between a leopard and a rock python. At first, the python thrashed violently, coiling its muscular body tightly around the leopard, as if trying to suffocate it. At that moment, it seemed the advantage was entirely with the reptile. But with its agility and hidden strength, the leopard twisted free from the constricting coils, unleashing sharp bites and claws. Victory went to this clever and skillful big cat.
Python. I think he got him already. No, no.
A martial eagle swooped down, snatching a young Thompson's gazelle. The mother gazelle bravely charged to defend her offspring, but was powerless against the strength of the eagle's wings and steel-like talons. A pack of wild dogs surrounded a warthog, and a life-or-death battle erupted. But the warthog was no easy prey. It bravely fought back, charging toward its enemies and suddenly delivering a powerful tusk strike. At times, it cleverly used the bushes for cover, stretching every moment of hope for survival. At the most critical moment, a herd of zebras stampeded through, throwing the battlefield into chaos. In that rare instant, the warthog managed to escape. The calm surface of a small reservoir seemed like the kudu's last refuge. A young kudu, driven into the water by a pack of African wild dogs, stood helplessly in the middle of the pond, while the pack carefully plotted their approach. A few dogs crept close to the water's edge, only to retreat when the shadow of a massive hippo surfaced. Fortunately, the hippo showed no aggression, and the situation remained unchanged. As time passed, a daring wild dog plunged into the water. Panic-stricken, the kudu spun around, splashing water high and kicking desperately. The spray soared into the air, tension thickening every moment. The pack on the shore remained steadfast, encircling from all directions. Kudus have exceptionally sensitive hearing, their large, rounded ears acting like radar for the slightest sound. The wild dogs seem to notice this vulnerability. The dog in the water grabbed the kudu's ear, gradually dragging its prey toward the shore, slowly but steadily. In the dry grasslands, an unusual scene unfolded. At first, it seemed that a small jackal was attacking a towering secretary bird. It lunged forward, jaws wide, but missed its target. Then the truth became clear. The bird was the one in control. With long legs and powerful wings, it circled the jackal, preventing any escape. Every move the jackal made was blocked. The bird leapt, swinging its legs to deliver a sharp kick to the jackal's back. Occasionally, it swooped low, beak pointed, forcing the jackal to retreat. Tension reached its peak when a powerful kick struck directly at the jackal's head. The impact made the jackal falter, and it slowly backed away. Perched on a branch, a young female leopard in the Scotia region silently watched a warthog foraging near the burrow entrance. The predator waited in silence as its prey drew closer. The moment their eyes met, time seemed to stand still. The leopard hesitated clumsily at the crucial instant, and the warthog seized the opportunity to escape. Watch the incredibly tense moment as a cheetah faces off against hyenas. One, then two, silently approach, their eyes cunning, their eerie laughs piercing the air. The cheetah crouches low, growling a warning, eyes flashing with determination. Then the leopard strikes decisively and vanishes without a trace. On another occasion, a fully grown leopard tested its luck against an impala. Hidden in the bushes, it waited for the perfect moment to strike from close range. As the leopard lunged, the impala leaped into the air, narrowly avoiding the attack. Its incredible agility and reflexes saved its life. The serval, a small cat but one of Africa's most skilled hunters, boasts ultra-sensitive hearing and lightning-fast reflexes, capable of catching thousands of rodents each year. But this time, a young individual faced an unusual opponent, a non-venomous but aggressive mole snake. At first, the serval was caught off guard, hesitating before the snake's fierce strikes. Then instinct took over, and it lunged, circling and maneuvering to wear its opponent down. After many intense exchanges, both grew exhausted. The battle ended with no clear victor. A frill-necked lizard appeared. Throughout the harsh dry season, it had survived by almost completely shutting down its activity, drifting on the edge between wakefulness and hibernation. Now, the monsoon season had returned, bringing a bounty of food. This was a brief chance to make up for an entire year in just a few short months. But it was not the only creature to awaken after the rains. In the bushes, a black-headed python silently slithered forward. This predator had a particular taste for lizards like it. Facing its hunter, the lizard fanned out its frill, striking a fierce warrior-like pose. Yet it knew the intimidation could only last a few seconds. Then it darted away. Its small body streaked across the ground, so fast that its front legs lifted off the earth. Moving at speeds of up to 15 kilometers per hour, no snake could hope to catch it. In the storm of instinct, the strong fight not only to survive, but to carve their names into the legend of nature itself. This is the world of relentless warriors, where every living being carries within its heart an undying flame of survival. Like, share, and subscribe, and join me on this journey to touch the wild soul of our planet.